This week we celebrate crossing from Greece to Turkey with my first ever Jagermaester shot. We feel really good about getting cracking with all the little jobs around the boat, not knowing we soon will be facing a double whammy of breakdowns which will end us deep in the beep. We also share with you about the true realities of being liveaboard and what it takes to live this life. We are John and Ellie, the Barefoot Doctors, sailing and travelling around the globe. Join us as we share the adventure and explore the beauty of the world, because life is better barefoot.
We don't have any shot glasses, so we just have to use
It's very sad.
red Solo cups, except they're blue.
Blue Solo cups.
Do it in one shot?
Just one shot and then swallow it.
Yep.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Damn! Oh, it's burning all the way down! Oh my goodness, that will
Gets into the bloodstream.
definitely put hair on my chest. Whew.
I'll shave it off, honey. Don't
Holy
worry.
dooly. Censored. And you know what I'm like. I mean, I'm a one-pot screamer. I just don't handle alcohol very well at all.
Well,
sliding off chairs and things like that, don't I?
Yep, well, that has happened. So,
Ooh, okay.
Dan, we have done it.
Jagermaester, I'm in the club. Woohoo! Well, you know when they say people have had so much to drink that they're under the table? Well, I don't think this is the case, because I think he's actually doing something. Hang on, let's have a look and see what he's doing. What are you doing?
I'm tying up the tablecloth.
How's it going?
Just about done.
Oh, do you want to show us what you've done? Actually, it looks like it's got elastic around the outsides. That's smooth.
So we the royal we. I have used a sheet bend on the corners, folded over the cover and done a sheet bend into this corner and pulled it to a sheet bend in that corner. And then same here, taken that corner with a sheet bend to there. And then you obviously had floppy bits on each end, on each flat side. So I just reinforced the material with duct tape, made a little hole and tied one side to the other side and this side to that side. Then I had sort of corner bits that were floppy as well, so I tied up the corner floppy bits together like that.
So we've gone to all this trouble because we've got a teak table,
and Elizabeth doesn't want to.
and I don't want it ruined.
Nice.
Well done.
This is like a flamethrower, but it's really hot, so so it seals both
It
ends.
seals it at the same time.
But it's already melted the two
Wow.
ends together. I've sealed all the ends with that.
Great little tool.
Because we're not smokers, we don't normally have these sort of things.
Yeah. Wow, that's such a good job. Look at that. Look. Looks like I bought one. You know, maybe you're wasting your talent being a doctor, honey.
Maybe it was.
Maybe you should be a tablecloth fitterer, whatever that's called. Good job.
Yeah, hospital corner. Look at that hospital corner.
Well done.
Bad.
All those years of training as a doctor,
Years.
you get to be able to make a bed
Fold
like
the corners
that.
properly.
The life of a liveaboard sailor aboard their trusty vessel is a captivating blend of breathtaking highs and formidable lows, and vision of witnessing glorious sunsets paint the sky with a rich tapestry of colour, anchoring in remote, pristine swimming beaches and embracing the thrill of new adventures on the open sea. It's a lifestyle that promises unparalleled freedom and exploration. However, lurking in the background are the inescapable challenges that define this way of life. It's not for the faint-hearted, as unexpected breakdowns in isolated places, extensive repairs, and the constant maintenance test one's mettle. Adaptability is crucial, as plans can shift abruptly due to unpredictable weather or sudden storms. To be a true cruiser, one must possess a unique personality, nurturing a can-do attitude of self-reliance and resilience in the face of life's trials. The quest for essentials in new places, from SIM cards to banking services to medical care, spare parts, and local cuisine, adds an element of adventure to the daily life. Yet, mobility is often restricted, emphasising the need for resourcefulness. In the end, it's a journey where drama is a constant companion, varying only in its depth of one's ability to bounce back and maintain the vision that led them to seek this lifestyle in the first place.
That leaves me with fixing master head.
Houston, we have a problem. There are some jobs you can put off and there are other jobs that you just can't. And when nature calls, you've got to go. And when you've got to go, you've got to have somewhere to go to. So when your toilet is completely blocked, it's got to be fixed pretty quickly. So that means only one thing. I'm going in! Scalpel, faucet, retractor, probe, lube, swab. The cover cap just pulls directly off. Obviously we have... The toilet has been emptied already. I'll say when I did this the first time, I put down plastic to try and catch all the water in plastic. I know that didn't really work anyway, so I think it was an exercise in futility. Put that down to catch the water. Joy, oh joy. Smells puffy. Okay, so you've got a nut in there that we have to take off to get at the driving plate, which is in here. So I'll put that in. I'll put that in. Dunk my rag in it as well. Actually seal that goes in there to stop this thing all leaking. The thing we have to replace is this. You know, this is what drives the water through and out of the toilet, and the one that we have in there was cracked and broken. So we just put it back and it was working marginally, but now it stopped working completely. Look at this. After sitting in the vinegar for a little while, it's almost clean. It's pretty good. Flat edge, and that's got a flat edge. This has to go on there. This has to go on there. That has to... This little flange, that little flange has to go over the flat bit of that thing. Silicone grease. The silicone grease also helps to hold it into the groove where the seal is meant to sit. So this hole aligns with that exit point there. And if that wasn't aligned properly, it wouldn't go in. A battery driven screwdriver would be speed this whole process up. There's the thing put together. Before I put the cover on, I'm going to test it out. So, no water, no water, no water. So put some water into the toilet from the shower just to make sure it all drains. Now it's working.
Okay, so I've been looking for the solenoid for the freshwater flush for the master head, and I must say I came across it by chance just by going through all the different lookers. What I did see online was what they look like, the Jabsco solenoid. And here it is in the head. We're at the sink on the inner side of the master head suite, and where you have the holding tank switch, which is here, and I've got a new metal one because the plastic one's just seized up. It's right here. That is the solenoid. A really awkward sort of place to have it because we need to take it apart. So following the instructions online, I've actually washed this out with water to try and clean any debris. Didn't see any debris. I actually think our solenoid is non-functional, but I'll put it back together again, see if it works. Then obviously if it works, whoop-de-doo, but if it doesn't work, we have to take it apart and buy a new solenoid. Your toilet is working.
You're kidding me!
Yeah.
Oh, my hero! Oh, good job! Really?
You want to go see?
Yeah, I would love to.
Look at that water flow.
Wow, nice flow.
Isn't that good? And then if you do flush and rinse at the same time, look at all that water.
That is amazing.
We haven't had water like that for ages and ages and ages.
Woohoo! Isn't he a legend?
From stuff learned off YouTube. I've never known how where the solenoids were or how they worked, so we have now done the solenoids on a freshwater flushing toilet in a Leopard 45. So that's where you have to come to disconnect to make it work if you're having trouble with flow problems with your water. A little bit of prosthetism on the freshwater system. Okay guys. What, are we going to jump right in?
Yep, we are. Let's take this off. 1, 2, 3, let's go. We would like to do a shout out to our star Patreons, Clint and Catherine. Thank you again for your wonderful spirit and generosity. It does go a long way. And also to our 4 Patreon crew that joined us for our sailing adventure in Turkey. We hope you all have settled back into land life and always keep your dreams in front of you. Love to Colette, Rick, Peter and Tove. And if you want to join in the fun and save lives around the world, look up our Patreon page, as it all does go to charity.
After the toilets, the dinghy is another essential bit of gear on the boat that you need to use all the time. Of course, what should happen the very next day after fixing the toilets? But our dinghy is about to die. It is really like your car at home, except when you're on a boat, you can't even walk to where you want to go. As we leave Expedition Barefoot, we drive for a while and then find that the engine stops flowing cooling water and starts to run rough. Without any obvious blockages to the tubing, I assumed it must be an impeller gun. Although it did run, we started paddling back to the boat. As we were paddling home, we were offered a drive home with JAHID and his 3.5 horsepower outboard back at least a mile to where we came from.
So this is what I love about the sailing community. There's always someone around to help you out when things don't go quite the way you planned.
Okay, thank you very, very much.
What was your name? Jahid. Jahid. I'm Ellie, this is John. Thank you so much, Jahid.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
So the next step was to go online and try and find an outboard mechanic that could both speak English and had availability to come and help fix the outboard. We then made arrangements to meet him the next day and had to paddle into the beach. Boats imitating sports cars are now a common occurrence, but it added to the entertainment on the paddle in.
My name is Shaba.
Shaba.
Yeah.
Crazy
water sports.
crazy water sports.
Yeah.
Here,
Marmaris Beach.
this is the man.
This is the way to go.
Thank
And you have everything here. Paragliding.
Yeah, water sports like any jet skis, airstreams, private boats.
Crazy water sports. Right here. Marmaris Beach, Turkey.
The mechanics arrived, checked it out in the water running, and then went about their business to take the engine apart, as they decided yes, it probably was an impeller that was gone. Having never done this job before, I was curious to know how they would take the bottom part of the engine apart and put it back together again, and in interest of speed and learning how to do this, I was quite happy to pay these guys to do the job and get it done properly and quickly. Here you see the impeller completely destroyed. They put it all back together again. Here they are rejoining the bottom end into the top part of the engine with the seemingly slightly tricky process of rejoining the gear levers. Please add your comments below if you think this process is actually easier than it looks, as I certainly hope to be able to do it the next time. Job completed, back in the water, started off, and lots of water flowing out of the engine this time.
All in a matter of about 20 minutes.
The cost was 150 euros, and they would prefer foreign currency, but I paid them in a bit of both as I didn't have enough euros. If you're ever in Marmaris, here are the guys' details. Coming to the closest beach for us was very handy and made our life very easy. Now that we had a working dinghy, we could get back to see JAHID and give him a little present to show our appreciation.
So what's happening here?
We have just made a thank you care package for the people that drove us back to the boat. Elizabeth made them pikelets, which is like crumpets or pancakes with cream and jam.
Butter, cream and jam.
And also a few beers. And we'll drop it off now.
That's really sailor's etiquette, isn't it? You know, someone does you a good turn. He saved us, so we did some homemade baking and some beers to go.
We drove around, and unfortunately by the time we got to where his boat was, he had already left. So we ate the pikelets all ourselves. But thanks very much, JAHID, anyway. Your help was very much appreciated.
At the end of the day, the freedom and lifestyle of a liveaboard yachty dramatically outweighs the hassle, breakdowns and weather, so long as you keep it in perspective. If you're smiling much more than you're crying, then it's not time to hang up those sailing gloves yet. And to all aspiring to live the life, keep your dreams in front of you, because there is truly nothing like it. Thanks for joining us on this journey, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to be a part of an exciting way to save lives around the world, join our Patreon family and get up close and personal with us. And we'll see you in the next episode.
I think you need to do that again.
I think I need to do it again. All right. I'm under pressure now. Okay. So this is what I love about the sailing community. There's always someone around to help you out when things don't go quite the way you planned.